Alright, so in today's video, I got the High on Life 2 Platinum Trophy. Now, High on Life 2 just came out a few days ago, and its trophy list is shockingly easy to Platinum all the way. However, there is a lot, and I mean a lot, probably like 50% missable trophies in this game. So if you do go for the Platinum, just, keep that in mind. I got lucky, and I only missed about one of the 32 trophies in which this game has. Overall, it took me 12 hours to Platinum, which is kind of crazy for a AAA $60 game to only last about 12 hours, but hey, it was still a lot of fun despite being so short.
That's what she said.
So starting off, High on Life 2 picks up from High on Life's ending with a little montage showing what life has become for the esteemed bounty hunter that took down the G3 cartel and is now one of, if not the most famous person in the galaxy because of our contributions in the killing department. We are world famous. Everybody wants our autographs. Yep, that's exactly what I look like. You go on talk shows like crazy, save the world even more, do a very long montage displaying how boring the job actually did become for our main character. We also find out that our family has basically been torn apart. Our sister is a terrorist for a good cause. They all say that. Our mother divorced our father for let's do it, the talking gun that only ever says let's do it. And our dad is, obviously divorced with the apartment, a true American dad right there. But it finally ends off when we kill the giant monster terrorizing the area we are in, only to find out that it was actually just some lady's son, apparently. And then we feel bad. Finally, might I add. What is going on?
The only question I have left is, what's next?
Retirement.
Oh my god!
Anyways, we are now in present day and living out of the Bounty Hunter Museum, which is where we still work from, I guess, because that's where the portal thing is at. But before we do go further, this is actually where you can get that one missable trophy from exploring all of the museum. And I did do this later on as my final trophy of the game because, I did miss it right here. But all you're supposed to do for that trophy is just look around until it pops. You don't actually need to go to every single exhibit, just a lot of them. But back to the story, we kind of just walked around grabbing our guns that are scattered route, and then the TV flips on with our sister herself getting caught in a massive bounty placed on her head after she and the Bleeding Stars, which is the terrorist group she's meddled with, decided to mess with Raya Pharma, which is the main villain corporation of today. And we will get into that more in the story, but first you get sent to go save her, or rather just stop others from claiming her bounty because it's a $15 million bounty. Oh my god, bro, they got her. They caught Shawty. Damn, bro. Not the zoo. Not the zoo. Oh, yeah, I forgot this guy can, send off these discs and all that bullshit.
Lizzie, dead ahead. Is she okay?
What is she doing?
Hey guys!
What up?
Get lost. I can handle this myself.
Whoa, what's with the attitude?
Sorry, she's...
Where'd she lose her eye?
Pack it in, hunters. We gave it our best shot.
Yeah, we don't gotta kill him. We don't gotta kill him. Yeah, you guys just back up.
I'd really like to watch, if that's okay, G3.
Loki, I kind of want to kill her, Loki. No personal feelings or anything, but I want to just kill her. Yeah, can we just oh my god, you actually can. You actually can. I saw that trophy in the list and I didn't know that that's what it meant. Hey, speed ran High on Life 2. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next one. So yeah, that was the first trophy of the day for me, and also the secret ending trophy. Again, missable, and shout out to me for being a dum-dum wanting to kill her own sister. Such evil fruition I have. But no, seriously, you aren't supposed to kill her, obviously. Instead, we join her and then fight off the bounty hunters after her, which also in turn makes us a wanted criminal. But after that, there's then an actual boss fight against a real bounty hunter named Reptico. Can I kill her now? Yo, what the hell? What just happened? Oh, it's this guy. And he's vaping. Oh, hell yeah.
Now we're even.
Yeah.
Handle this without you.
Wait, I guess we are even because I did kill you, so. Alright, so moving on from that, the story then has us be exiled from the Bounty Hunter Corporation, and our suit begins to corrupt because it's Bounty Hunter exclusive material, and we are no longer in the club. But aside from that, the rest of this mission just has us chase after Lizzie, who is our sister, and also find out more about why she is here and who the bad guys of today are, being Raya Pharmaceuticals, of course.
Stop right there, please. Oh God. It's my last day on the job. I'm retiring tomorrow after 60 years. Oh, it hurts.
Yikes. I feel kind of bad about that one.
He's still fucking alive. He's blinking.
You need to leave!
Anyways, inside of the Raya Pharmaceuticals plant that we have barged into, you find out essentially everything that they are doing. And it's actually very similar to the last game, with the human species being on the line because aliens want to consume us because apparently humans taste good, I guess. However, this time it's with the humans being turned into a pill. Yes, Raya Pharmaceuticals is gathering humans like cattle and then condensing them all into pills for aliens to get super high off of. And that's the plot for High on Life 2, with our goal being to get back into bounty hunting and take down all of the major players of the company to draw out the leader or CEO and then also kill them, neutralizing the threats on human life as we know it. Before we do get after that, however, there was one more boss fight against that lizard guy that we just fought because he came back to life once more.
Oh my god. I am the bad guy. Okay, sorry guys. Time out guys.
She's got ADHD, it's fine, leave her alone. But then the facility begins to self-destruct because why not? And our goal is to escape, obviously. I also would get my first actual story trophy up the game afterwards called Broke the Code. Easy, baby. We escaped with 30 seconds to spare. And after that, you then pass out and wake up inside home base today, which is a flying/floating section of the mall, I believe. I honestly kind of forgot where they got this from or what they call it, but it's pretty cool. And you then just begin doing whatever mission or objective the game wants us to do. The story is very short, and the next trophy I got was another missable one in the midst of our first bounty mission, which had us hunting down billionaire Larry Pinkstock. And before you do further his goals, if you go into his little museum on his cruise ship and solve this laser maze puzzle without hitting an edge, you get the trophy called Dunstan has checked in. There we go. Easy. And the following trophy I would get after was again a missable one, I think, but it was called Columbo in Space from perfectly solving the murder mystery. And this is done inside of the little murder mystery thing that the billionaire guy sets up for us and his rich companions to do. But in order to get the correct answers, you have to quite literally sift through every single person's life that you find, and you find out way too much about these people. And I wish I could go back to not knowing of the big pink titty lady's trauma, because now I just can't look at those things and feel happy inside knowing her past. Anyways, after that, you then just blame the pink titty lady. Actually, funnily enough, yes, she did it. And then you exhaust all the evidence we had. Turns out it actually was her, and the trophy should pop. Damn. However, that wasn't the bounty finished because the guy that set all this up is still alive, and we still do need to kill him. Thankfully, somebody else does take care of that for us, though. Oh, never mind, he's dead. Yo, who is that? Oh, the bounty people. So then we fight off these new enemies, since remember, we actually are a bounty as well. So they are going to be going after us all game long. And there was also a very cool and fun parkour section to escape the cruise ship, seeing as it is now sinking. Oh, no, stay on it, stay on it, stay on it, brother. It's been Titanic 2.0 over here ever since Miss Big Pink Tits walked aboard. It was just a matter of time. And in this boss fight, which ends off this part of the game, obviously, you can also get a missable trophy called Witness the Burning Bush from using the special burn guns when Craig is under 1/3 of HP. If you use them too soon, the trophy won't pop or work, so just be aware of your surroundings. Greg's crusty cousin. We have to use his turtle on this guy, but I don't really know when you're supposed to. I know it's in this fight, though. There we go. Alright, that was that. I didn't know when you're supposed to use it. I used it way too early. Hey. Alright, so moving forward, we're then back at base, and the next bounty takes off. But before heading after, I went down below the main area into the arcade and farmed out one of many RNG trophies in this game called Where is Maris? And this is gotten from just grabbing all of the unique rewards from the crane machine. It's a reference to something, I don't know what it is, but it's still very funny, and it takes quite a while because of how RNG this damn machine really is. Alright, we can do a trophy right now from going down here and using the crane machine. We gotta do this like 7 times, I guess. I don't know. We're finding like some special figurine or some bullshit. We're waiting to find something in here. I don't know what it is. We gotta find something. I'm never gonna get this special prize. It's so unlucky. I think you have to get all of them, I'm pretty sure. Something. I don't really know what we're doing. Bro, I'm literally gonna grab everything from this place. Holy shit.
This is Dr. Fraser Craig.
Bro.
Signing off.
This is so dumb. I have to get like one special thing. I just can't get it.
One eternity later.
Am I just gonna have to grab every single one, bro? Holy fuck. Crazy. The RNG is 0 right now. Negative even.
This is
Finally, bruh. Jesus. I spent like 20 minutes doing that. So with that finished, finally, legitimately that took me 30 minutes because my RNG is ass. We then headed after Senator Muppy Doo as our next target. And there isn't any trophies in the mission until pretty far into it, but at first it's just chaos, and there's some very funny references as to how hard it is to get a parking spot in a busy area. You also get trapped in an elevator with no way of getting out because it's busted, which leads to another very funny joke moment.
Oh my god! There were maintenance workers at the bottom of the shaft! You
Oh.
killed them all!
Oh.
It's not our fault!
Oh my god. Oh yeah, we also had a boss fight against some secret assassins sent after us who we ultimately would defeat and then cut off his head, turning him into a Gatlian or, you know, talking gun of ours. Pretty chill guide though, to be honest. Bro, what is going on? We just made him into a gun. Is that how they're all made into guns? But then we finally did get on Senator Muppy Doo's trail, and he was apparently at MurderCon because, I mean, where else would a good old senator be spending his time? And you can get a missable trophy, I'm pretty sure right here, from signing in, but with a giant cock and balls. I'm not sure if this is missable, but I am sure that you should, you know, just draw a wiener anyway because, I mean, the trophy is in reference to one, so yeah, just do it. There we go. Easy. I don't know if that is actually missable or not, but we got it, so. After that, you then enter a giant brawl against other bounty hunters, or, I mean, just psychopaths. It is basically a free-for-all with the highest killer winning on the leaderboards. Oh my god, there's just I'm the penis. That's me. I'm almost past him. I just am struggling to find people now. Oh my god, look, I'm winning. Oh my god. This guy's Brutus? Oh no, this guy is. What the hell? Is that Pyramid Head from Silent Hill? Easy.
That's what I'm saying.
So moving on, we finally do confront the senator, and his boss fight is one of the most unique boss fights I've seen in ages. But it starts out, you know, relatively normal with him just running around and dodging most of our attacks somehow. I'm not sure how he does it. But he eventually directs his efforts right at us and shrinks down small enough to enter our suit's mainframe. And you had to go around in the settings and stuff to find him and then damage him. Overall, it was just very, very fun and unique. This is honestly like one of the most unique boss fights I've ever seen. What are you gonna this time? Goodbye, us now. Sir, you messed up.
Oh my god.
Was I supposed to do that?
Hey, disconnected.
But to end off this fight, you then have to stab him out of our eyes. You know, it's probably not the best choice, but it had to be done. And it was another story trophy, so it's gonna be okay. Finally, dude, Jesus. I don't know how we're alive. That is insane. Now moving on, because that was the end of another bounty, I then did some side stuff for a while, just for trophies later on, including the taxi missions for one. But the next trophy I got was called Dad's All, folks, from saving Dad from his therapy place in Wyoming. And this facility was absolutely hilarious. Like, I wish long-form content was more relative these days, because I would just leave this video running for half this game. It has so much funny dialogue that we just aren't going to be able to fit in. But in the facility, essentially, everyone is just like insane and on those drugs that Raya Pharma is making. The place also functions as a device from Raya themselves and where they store some people or at least experiments at. This reminds me of that one scene from that Midsommar movie. F***ass cult shack. Is that the new Its Ilusion video? Nope. And everybody's clicking like and subscribe? What is that? This guy, no way they killed Dad. No way.
Down, Tom. This is a job for my new husband. My hero.
Bro, what is going on? This mission is a fever dream. I mean, honestly, every mission's a fever dream. What is happening in this game, bro? On life too, baby. I also did forget to mention it, but our mother had a kid with Les Do It, and the creation's name is Jeppy. He's like, I mean, low-key brain dead, but in a chill way. And there's a trophy called Nice Day with Jeppy you can do right after we saved our dad, and it's at the zoo. It's got them from basically just following Jeppy around the zoo until he is satisfied with his day out. Oh my god, we killed him! No! What an intriguing trophy for sure. Now moving on to the next bounty, it was then after a guy named James Stevenson, who was like Raya Pharmaceuticals' finance whiz guy and what makes their corporation financially possible. During his bounty, you can get a very, very missable trophy named All Your Vase Are Belong to Us. No clue what the hell that's really saying there, but it's just from breaking every single vase you see after meeting this floating wizard dude. And it's very funny because the wizard also mentions the vases are all he has left, so yeah, it's truly criminal. There we go. Missable, 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 missable. Easy. Anyways, 30 minutes later in this bounty, we ended up nearing close to the guy we were after, who also goes as the blue wizard, by the way, hence the giant blue wizard on my screen. But you can get another missable trophy here from just answering all of his questions right. I have zero clue what half of this stuff being said meant, but shout out to video guides, once more, the true heroes of this day. Easy, baby. Shout out to the videos on the internet. After that, you then walk over to his base, practically, and there is the final boss fight against him, which ends off the bounty, and I got another trophy from that, obviously. Is he finally dead? That was the weirdest boss fight ever. I don't feel like a winner. There we go. That was weird. That was so weird. So we were then back at base, setting up for another bounty, and I crossed off the last bounty, the only way we cross off things in this household, with a fat chode. Little tiny. But the next bounty, whose name was Bronkin Bucko, you actually shouldn't kill because, for one, I mean, you don't have to, and two, it's a missable trophy called Starstruck. If you literally just don't kill him and let him yap his issues off for like 10 minutes, eventually some dialogue pops up asking if we want his help, and you just have to pick that for the trophy to pop and for him to join our team. There we go. Easy. That took a while, though. A lot of waiting around. So it is now on to the final, or one of the final bounties of the game, being for scientist Professor Berkel. You know, I've never seen both of those terms thrown onto one person, but okay. And before continuing the bounty objectives, once you sneak into the research area, if you go to this area and flip the power on, it'll open a door to the side which has the last hidden transmission for Dr. Gurgula. There is two other ones that are hidden, but I already got them. Again, shout out to video guides. We're gonna get a trophy right now from finding the last transmission, which is from like turning on these two powers to open up a door. There's only 3 of them. 2 of them are missable though, so that kind of does blow. There we go. Got it, baby. There was also a scientist in here who has 4 test vials, and if you agree to drink every single one, you can also get the other missable trophy here called Number 1 Scientist. God. You actually do die. That's pretty funny. Now fast forward to that bounty boss fight. The rest of the level is, you know, low-key annoying in my opinion. It's just like a total fever dream. If anything, High on Life 2 has mastered making the game feel like I'm high just playing it normally. You know, it genuinely does make you feel like you're high playing it because of how much stuff just doesn't make any sense, but like also makes perfect sense. Anyways, the final fight was cool, very funny. It's also against a f***ass dolphin. All my homies know that dolphins are violent creatures and shouldn't be paraded around. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, that boss fight was easy. What? Dude, this is the biggest fever dream yet. There we go. Finally, bro. The boss fight was confusing, and yes. But that was the bounty finished with, and moving on, I went and did a few side trophies real fast. First of which was called Ball in the Family, from finding the 3 missing ball guys from the first game, and 2 of them are missable, I think, but I managed to get them all easily. Again, shout out to the video guides. I would highly suggest watching any of these fellas' channels. They all have very goated guides on trophies. But once finding them all and going back to base, you get the ball gun trophy pops. Nice. The ball gun was always really good, I think. After that, I also went back to downtown and I got a trophy I almost missed called Fare Thee Well. If you ever fail a taxi mission that I was doing earlier, you get left a dead passenger in your inventory, and nobody wants to have a dead passenger on them. So if you just go to a porta potty and flush them down, it gets rid of them, and also a trophy pops from that, which is very funny. Alright, so just gotta flush them. This should give us a trophy. Yep, there we go. Well, I mean, I kind of did that on accident, so I think I would have been fine even if I did finish the story. So after those side trophies being cleaned up real fast, I went and finished off the game. Also getting my last missable trophy I can right now called Kobe, done by, you guessed it, making a basketball shot dream court, and this also won us the court case, which is very funny. Hey, let's go. Alright. That's the last missable trophy of the game.
Court rules in favor of the defense.
Dude, we just won. Dude, that guy's huge. Holy crap. I didn't realize how big it was. Dude's massive. Yes, and this same guy is also the final boss fight of the game and story, because he is the CEO of Raya Pharmaceuticals. And the fight overall is pretty good. It does go on for quite a while with largely the same thing, so it did end up feeling a little bit like a drag. But overall, no complaints. You also do get a trophy in the middle of it called Romanced all 34 erotic worm monsters, and you know, you thankfully don't actually have to do that, purely just to make it look like we did. Shout out to the developers for caring about the trophies, on God. I don't understand that reference at all. I have no idea what that is. But then the boss fight basically ends with us surviving a lethal dose of Humanza Pro, which is the human drug, and it messed us up greatly, but hey, we still won the day with the final story trophy popping. Hey, then we died. That's the last story trophy, I'm pretty sure. So there's then some ending credits, a party, and I also got another missable trophy, which was also a secret ending trophy. You basically had to do these 3 escape rooms earlier to unlock this ending. Again, watch those videos if you're trying to plat this game, trust me. But it just unlocked this funny ending where everything is just an escape room, or, I mean, whatever. So here it is popping. There we go. Easy, baby. Now with that done, it is now time for the cleanup stage of the trophy list, and thankfully it's very quick because this game is, again, like I've already said, a very fast game and platinum, with my first trophy being called 8-Bit Warrior. I'm not sure why it's gold, because all you have to do is grab an old video game cartridge from our bedroom and then put it into a machine in the arcade and it pops. Hey, nice. W. Golden trophy. The way they make these rarities makes no sense. I then did a much more annoying and grinded trophy related to video games called Throne of Games. You get it? Get it? Because get Game of Thrones. No, but seriously, this is a bit grindy just because the 6 games you need to find are all spread out between maps. You don't have to go terribly out of your way for any of them. They just take a hot minute to find. But once all of them are found, the trophy should pop without trouble. Easy. Throne of Games. Shut up. I also did the 3 races in each hub trophy next called Phony Hawk. Probably the easiest of any trophy in the cleanup because it takes pretty much 0 skill. You don't even need an A rating or S rating on the races. Just simply complete them for the trophy pop. There we go. Easy. Thank God I don't gotta get S rank, dude. There's no way I'd be doing that. And after that, I also did do the unwanted trophy from slashing all of my wanted posters around the game. And this one is a bit annoying because they don't all just show up on the map unless you've run past them already. But again, very easy. All you do is take out like 9 enemies or something, and then it can be destroyed, and then you move on to the final and trophy pop. There we go. Easy, baby. Alright, we only really have one more thing. So with that done, I moved on to the second to last real trophy in the game called Pro Skater from completing all of the teen skate park activities. And this is a lot like the previous race trophy, but this time it does require some effort. However, I still found it very, very easy and no issues were had whatsoever. Easy, bro. That was substantially easier than I thought it'd be. Now with that finished up, I moved on to the final trophy of the game called Tanks for the Memories, from filling up the aquarium in the quarters base. And this just means to fish at every single fishing spot in the game, catch every single unique fish, and also spend 2 hours struggling because RNG is back, baby. Yeah, this one was pretty boring. It took me just as long to catch these damn fish than it did to finish the game's story. Oh, burn, burn. No, but seriously, it's just an RNG fish trophy. I hate it, but I did it, and I got the trophy after 2 hours of suffering. Hey, I did it. Let's go. Trophy should pop here, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Let's go. So we're pretty much done. I just got to restart the game. And with that done, I just started a new game, made my way to the Bounty Hunter Museum from the start, and then I got the final trophy I needed from interacting with quote-unquote every exhibit, and then the Platinum trophy popped. Definitely didn't have to do all of them at all, but hey, there's the High on Life 2 Platinum. That was actually very easy. I could have done that extremely quick if I wanted to. That was very, very easy. GG's. GG's. So yeah, that was the High on Life 2 Platinum Trophy experience. I think the game was very fun. Not quite as good as the first, but hey, when have sequels ever been better, to be honest? Worth $60 for it, though. You know, I'm not sure about that one, Chief. We might need at least a 20-hour game before we spend $60 on one, but hey, still a good game. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, boys. More videos soon, but until then, peace out.